credit belongs to the man who is in the arena. Dare greatly and build intentionally. Welcome to In the Arena Podcast.
Welcome to In the Arena Podcast live at our 4th annual continuing education event. One of our main sponsors is the Forte group at Eustis Mortgage. And I don't even know where to start with Scott. I mean, we both came into this market at the same time.
Yep.
Right? And I know you've been doing this for a long time. You've been doing this for, 20 plus years?
23.
23 years. And I think one of the things that people don't know about you that I like to tell people whenever – there's two things. Like your family and the type of dad that you are and with the kids and your wife and everything is always – you can always tell the quality of a man whenever by the way that his kids act and the way that his wife feels about him. And I know that you got great kids and Jade's great. And I just think you do a great job with that. I love whenever our families get to hang out because it's always a great time. You got, I mean, we're on the same schedule, me and Scott. We got married a day apart. All of our kids are like a couple weeks apart. So like whatever the moon phase is for our lives, it's usually pretty good because Scott works out for me. But the second thing I always tell people is that like if you're going to grow your business as a salesperson, you have to be disciplined and diligent and consistent. And like it doesn't matter. And tell me, I might be wrong about you, but this is my perspective. Every time it's somebody's birthday, every time it's somebody's house anniversary, every time it's some event, you have some way of like constantly being in front of them, and it's like relentless. And I think that you have to have that mentality if you want to have long-standing growth in production over years. 23 years, doing 20 loans a month, 20 plus loans a month. That's a big deal, and not a lot of people do that. And that's the quality of work that you're offering. And I think that it shows through the way that your family feels and the clients feel.
Yeah. Appreciate that. Yeah, try to stay top of mind at all times, not just during the loan process, but follow up after the sale, right? Because a lot of people just forget about we're transactional, so they get it done and then boom, that's it, on to the next. But the biggest, I'd say my first 9 or 10 years in the mortgage business, I had about 80% of my business came from just I call it general hustle, meeting people, doing a good job for them, and they referring all their friends, family, coworkers to me. I had very little realtor business when I first got into this business, but I built it up enough to where they stood with me. They would continue to come with me no matter what, over the years, multiple transactions over, the 20-year span. I've done some people I've done, 7, 8 loans for, over the years. They referred their parents to me or their kids to me. And my mom taught me something a long time ago. I mentioned my mom before. She's my hero, right? Yeah. She said, focus on helping people and the money will come. Yep. Don't focus on money because you'll never get, you'll never get anywhere if you're just sitting there counting your money or how many deals you got and all that in this business, especially because you can't ever count your chickens before they hatch.
Yeah, for sure.
Something can always go astray. You lose it, something out of your control that can, torpedo a deal at any point. But that's how I built my business initially, and then I started over in Baton Rouge, and then I had to restart my business over the North Shore where I met you, and we're like, hey man, we got to go meet these realtors. Who can we go after? Who's all we tag team, but yeah, it's just being in the community, staying top of mind of people, taking care of people, treating them, like a friend. Every time I talk to somebody, I don't go right into the loan process. I talk about, where you from, where you moving to.
What do you call that? What is the acronym that you use?
Frog?
Yeah, frog, yeah.
Talk about their family, F for family, R for recreation, O occupation, G is goals. Whether it be
that's good.
Short-term, long-term goals and all that, and always try to pick up something, establish common ground with them in the beginning. If I see, I'll even pull them up on Facebook sometimes and see who we have mutual friends and bring that up in casual conversation. Like, hey, look, I just friended you on Facebook. We're no longer strangers. We're friends. Like my mom always says, strangers or friends are just strangers you've never met.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. And so we, find common ground quick on the process. The first phone call. I think that's critical whenever you're in a sales role for any industry.
Yeah. For sure.
So
I think one of the things that we also have to focus on and give credit to is the team that you have.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I know you got a new sales guy.
Yep. Gavin.
Yep. Mr. Gavin. But and I know that you need that person to help you grow your business, and he's going to learn so much from you. There's no doubt. But let's talk before we talk about Gavin and his past history. What about all the other team people behind the scenes?
Yeah,
I mean, you got some rock stars that help you with your business.
and really, I mean, I'm only as good as my team is. You know, I tell people that all the time. Like, they make it happen. You know, so Charles, my loan partner on the front end, he's got 33 years experience. He's always, you know, making jokes about how old he is. He's 60 years old.
Yeah, he's a stud, man. He came in and just hit the ground running.
This guy was in the Army. He was going to be a doctor, but he got in the mortgage business. You know, thankful enough for me.
Yeah.
But he puts blood, sweat, and tears into deals that normal lenders would never approve. You know, we've had people that have been denied by 3 or 4 different lenders, and he finds a way to resurrect them. We call it life support loans, you know, or life rescue loan, rescue CPR, whatever. So having him on the front end is crucial for me. He's great with my clients, updates referral partners and everything. You know, he's pretty much on 24/7 too. I'm like,
it's
dude,
crazy, dude. I get emails from that guy when I'm emailing.
Yeah,
it's usually late at night.
If you can't get him, he's either asleep, cutting the grass, or bowling.
There you go.
He's in a bowling league, so
You got all kind of athletes. Like
yeah. But then we get a contract. It goes over to Jennifer, my processor, and she's awesome. She's been with me, you know, probably 7 years now.
She's great, man.
She's awesome on the back end. Once it gets a contract, goes through her. She's the liaison between our underwriter, and they work well together. I stay out of the underwriter communication, so that's something that I'm not good at. You know, I never have been. That's why I'm like, you handle it, you got it. You know, she takes it and runs with it. But for the most part, I mean, everybody gets fully approved. I mean, full TBD underwrites. We'll send them through underwriting just like they're under contract. Most companies just pre-approve. We fully approve.
Yeah, so all you're waiting on is appraisal and title.
Yeah.
And you're ready to close.
Yeah, get through inspections, all that, appraisal, title, insurance, close. You know.
Yeah, which is great. That makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
And then you got your new guy, Gavin, over here. He's going to be helping you with some sales.
Yep.
Boy got hit off Paul Skeens right
here. There you go. I do want to talk about that and I'm wanting your perspective, right? And I'm asking you because we hired a new person on our marketing team. She starts tomorrow. And one of the things that I was intrigued by on day one is that she played college soccer at UL. Mm-hmm. And the amount of attention to detail and effort and grit you have to get to the college level and then play D1 sports. How have you translated that into actually being in business?
I think by playing sports, growing up all my life, I played baseball. It was my first love. I love baseball. Yeah. I think through that process of playing ball, I found a routine.
Yeah.
You know, at Tulane, compared to working here and playing ball at Tulane, I had a set routine of what I was going to do every day.
Yeah.
My mornings, we were starting off with a lift at 5:30, 6 a.m. And then we go to class, we eat breakfast, then we go to class. We're in class from, I don't know, just depends on guys' schedules, 8 to early afternoon. And then early afternoon, you're going to get your early work in at baseball. And then after early work, you're getting in your practice.
Yeah.
And then after practice, you're in your recovery. So that routine is, you're starting your day off at 5, and then you're getting home around 7 at night, and then you got schoolwork, right?
Welcome to the real estate world.
Right? So I kind of take those things that I've learned from there, that hustle mindset, that competitive nature, and I bring it into the office, and I kind of try and, it's cool because I've built a new routine since ending baseball. I've built my own routine of, you know, I'm lifting in the mornings, and I get to the office, early mornings. I'm either, we call it money making activities. I'm making financial flyers for real estate agents, calling past clients or calling new leads. And then after, I mean, as you know, as all y'all know, this job, it's a sales job, so it's a contact sport. So the more I'm on my phone, the more chance I get at a yes or. So you take those things you learn in those sports and you bring them into here. And I'm a competitive dude. I love being doubted by people, being told no, because it's like, okay, now I get to
shoulder.
It's a chip on your shoulder. Exactly.
Yeah, well, I can tell you the two things that, and I haven't thought about this until now, but two things that I can relate to in baseball and sports, right? Mm-hmm. Baseball's the law of averages, right?
Yep.
You get one hit every 3 at bats, you're in the Hall of Fame, bro.
Yeah.
You get one hit every 4 at bats, you're playing pro ball, and you're going to get some at bats at the pro level.
Yeah.
And with calls, right? It's the same thing, right? If you make the number of calls you need to make, you can get the average to where you can get enough money to do what you want to do, right? It's all the law of averages.
Right.
You understand that game, right? You can't get down on yourself when you batting against Paul Skeens and you play him and you got 3 at-bats, he strikes you out twice and you get a single up the middle, right?
Yeah. I mean, the next phone call, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's true. And you understand what it means to have a down moment, but then you come back and you get another at-bat and you do it again. That's a huge mentality to have in business. I mean, you can attest to that.
Yeah, I mean, I played like this guy. I played college baseball. He played on a higher platform than I did, but baseball is it's competitive, and we actually both played shortstop. And I've always been I love that position because it's the action. It's an aggressive position. I wanted the ball every time. I wanted the ball to be hit to me. So I like that in the mortgage business, right? I want the deals. Bring them to me. The ones you can't do, bring them to me. We do all of them, and I've always had that drive to succeed no matter what. And, I tell him and I tell people this all the time, like there's a lot of people in sales that lack that drive, but they have the knowledge. Well, I can teach knowledge, experience. I can't teach drive and competitiveness.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like you got to want it. You got to be able to. It's commission-only business, real estate. So that is having that trait and that characteristic is, I think, crucial for top salespeople.
So as a ball player, like getting into business, and this is me asking as an employer to somebody who's young, coming out of college, or maybe a year or two out of college, that played for organized sports in college. How do you help somebody like that who's got the grit and the drive to channel that in the right direction? Right, and I'm asking this in kind of a loaded question. To me, it seems you got to have transparency and you got to communicate well. And you got to give clear expectations. How does that translate from sports to business? Right, your coaches give clear expectations. Your employers giving clear expectations is helpful, right?
I think it's a loaded question. I think I get to sit in the office with this guy every day, and I get to see how he operates and. There's not enough good things to say about this guy. He's got a different mode. And I think from sports, learning the discipline and how much hard work and showing up every day translates. I think from sports, obviously baseball is a game of failure. You're going to fail more times than you succeed. With this stuff, I can fail and just go call 50 more people. And I'll see my work pay off. In baseball, it's everybody has their different route. Everybody has their different different times of development. Like back on Skeens didn't start pitching until college, right? This guy is going to be a Hall of Fame pitcher. So I think everybody's on their own timeline, but I like this industry because I can just go work harder and just and see more success just by working harder. In baseball, I can work as hard as I want to and still may not get the results I want. I can go get the results I want just by
work. And I'll tell you, like this town too, and I've said this about St. Tim. I'm from Alexandria, and I know you're from Shreveport, Bossier, so we're both from out of town. You're from
Colorado.
You're from Canada. So
Canada, basically. Down here it is,
We moving here, I think that the two things that this town really appreciates is somebody who works hard and does the right thing. And so if you work hard and they can trust you, you're going to do the right thing, and you start building relationships, you're eventually going to catch the steam that you look for. You just got to have that mentality. So before we hop off, you've been to a lot of real estate events, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about this one today? What was your favorite part about the event?
No, it's great. First off, it's right across the street from my office. So I walk about 75 feet. No, but it's great, man. The venue, it's open, it's big, it's got great food, great company, loaded teas with caffeine to keep you going. Drinks and all that. You got like the little things you do on the side here, like this podcast. Helping them, you put yourself out there really to help grow real estate agents' business, right? Which that's everybody needs that. Whenever you're not focusing on yourself and what you do, you try to provide value for everybody else. And doing this here, like annually, it's a game changer. I think more people should attend every year. So that's you got me for life. So
yeah, buddy, appreciate that. So the first Thursday in May every year, the Beer Garden, we're gonna do this event. We give out some cool swag like this. I'm not a realtor, But I'm just showing off the swag. Got a little arena logo on the side. Everybody's fighting for these hats.
It's crispy.
Inside, so
Yeah.
It is
come
crispy.
next year and hang out with us, and you'll get to hang out with guys like Scott, Gavin, Lettuce Media, and hear some great content. So
Absolutely,
appreciate
yeah.
you guys.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate
Thank
you
y'all.
having us.
Thanks.